Fights, analyzing data through the night. The sundered islands realm in sight. If you take notes, learning you might. Stones, classes, traits, and what to equip. Strategy melts, combos a hit. Teaching rookies on the streets. Skill bot will give you a hint. Karmakast, the greatest show. Hero rising in the swarm. Pixel art, alpha drops. Charting paths and breaking norms. New players gather to learn. Tactics sharp at every turn. Knowledge they all yearn. In the pit, heroes they'll burn. Hosting fights, analyzing data through the night. The sundered islands realm in sight. If you take notes, learning you might. Karmakast, the greatest show. Hero rising in the swarm. Pixel art, alpha drops. Charting paths and breaking norms. New players gather to learn. Tactics sharp at every turn. Knowledge they all yearn. In the pit, heroes they'll burn. New players gather to learn. Tactics sharp at every turn. Knowledge they all yearn. In the pit, heroes they'll burn. Karma's hosting fights, analyzing data through the night. The sundered islands realm in sight. If you take notes, learning you might. Karmakast, the greatest show. Hero rising in the swarm. Pixel art, alpha drops. Charting paths and breaking norms.
Welcome everybody to another episode of Karmakast, the podcast where we talk about everything DefiKingdoms. With me today, the best, the absolutely monster creator, the best summoner of the kingdom, Mr. Beaver. How are you doing, Beaver?
I was looking for Mosh. He's not here, though.
No. The best one is you. Mosh has learned everything for you. I think there's a meme about that.
Well, Mark Cookie might have something to say on being the king of summons, so. But in the pits, maybe, yeah.
Definitely yes. How are you doing today?
I'm doing good, man. How are you doing?
Amazing. Day off from work, so resting.
How's the weather there?
The weather is fine, actually. I mean, last week has been raining as fuck, but that's, London weather, so it's kind of normal. This week is fine, which is good for me, in brackets, because when it's good weather, people tend to go to the parks instead of going to a restaurant. So I don't have to work my ass out as much as when it's bad weather,
Yeah. You don't have the patio where you work, huh? No patio?
No. We have 3 tables outside and we don't really even use them that much.
Oh, okay.
It's mostly a 3-floor restaurant, so we have a ton of sitting inside, but then outside, fucking nothing.
Word.
Yeah.
It's 80s here. 80 degrees Fahrenheit, whatever that is in Celsius, right?
Oh,
But, it's hot.
Yeah, I think around 25, I believe, should be, if I'm not wrong,
Okay.
55
That
degrees
sounds
of
cold.
difference.
I think 85 sounds hotter.
No, 25 is easy. I don't want to say
I'm
somewhere
just
easy,
being
but
an
it's
American over here. So
Yeah, yeah, yeah. We had this chat today when you told me gallons, and I was like, "What the hell is a gallon?" That was so
We
weird.
were talking gas prices, and
Yeah.
I was telling him how expensive
And you know
it was
what?
here, and
You
he's
know
like,
what? I love
"What's a
that
gas?"
you guys called petrol, which is a liquid, you call it gas, which is something that I find
Yeah,
absolutely
yeah,
hilarious.
silly, which is silly, but they know what I'm talking about when I'm looking for it around here,
Yeah,
so
yeah,
it works,
definitely, definitely. But I always find it so hilarious because it's not a guess, but but fair enough.
We're in our own little world here. We measure things by the foot around here. You know
Yeah,
what I mean?
yeah. I made today. I
My
was
bad.
trying to go for a summoner, and I didn't get a summoner, of course,
Okay,
because
let's see it.
but I got something that now I'm leveling up. As you can imagine, means that it's something good. I got this wizard with wisdom and luck, foraging, double giant slayer, and greater withstone. And it's the
You hit
third
another
one that,
one.
yeah, it's the third one that I made.
That's hilarious. I gotta look on stream. I can't see it on.
Share something like a screen or something like that. Is there any option?
Yeah, I can share screen. What do you want me to share?
Oh, if you want to show us something, I'm gonna start rolling up with the question soon.
Um, uh, I don't really have anything. Well, let me see. I can share. I can share my entire screen here. I don't know how many Codex heroes I have on this account right now, but we can see. I even have to log in, so that's fun. Okay. Okay, maybe don't share my screen just yet.
No, 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 no. Don't worry. Let me know when you got when you want. Also, I don't even know how to do it. So probably if you do it, it's gonna share it in this little window, and then I'll have to swap it,
Okay,
and I'm
hold
gonna
on.
find a solution. So
Let's see if
we,
this.
we're talking about summoning today. I love that you finally managed to be able to be in one of my live show because I always try to bring all the Mythic Squad fellas in here, and it's always difficult exactly because of this thing of the time difference. Um,
Yeah,
let's talk about summoning from a perspective of somebody who never have been doing summoning before. Uh, like, what do you look at when you're looking at heroes that you want to dark summon? What's the process that you follow? What's the goal if you have already a goal in mind before starting summoning?
like if you're new to DefiKingdoms and you're
Yes,
just trying to start summoning, I would stay
yes,
away from the dark summoning pits until you have a decent catalog. But before you just go ape shit at the regular portal, you'll wanna you'll wanna learn. I would say the fastest way to learn is from the OGs in the game. But for video purposes, right? You're gonna want to go to DefiKingdoms and start building Codex heroes. So that would like include warrior, knight, archer, wizard, priest, berserker, seer. And if Maddie could ever be right, potentially the pirate soon. Come on, Bolon, shake things up. Throw the pirate out there. But
yeah, yeah, agree. Where?
for value summons, I would say the Codex heroes first because you might hit some bangers. But before you start, once you collect some Codex heroes, then I would try to figure out. I mean, there's so many ways to build a hero in DefiKingdoms. You either build them for PvP, you build them for PvE. You know, you used to build them for duels. So, but PvP being the main activity, let's just pretend like we're going for PvP here, right?
Okay.
I would definitely try to look for the trait mutations and catch color on basic summons, but I wouldn't spend a ton on stones there. Uh, I say stones obviously are getting a lot cheaper with DE and everything, right? But
Yeah.
I would say at least slap a regular chaos stone on it because I'm crazy, or at least a lesser if you're a normal person. But I like using regular stones on summons. But for it's hard for me to crawl all the way back to, hey, this is what you do when you come here, because there's so much depth to this, right?
Yeah.
But I would go for Codex Heroes. I would go for trait ability mutations on the back of the card for PvP. Some of those summons could be good for hunts, which will help you gather equipment and stuff that you need to really compete in PvP. And once you've got your wallet kind of filled with some of these regular portal summons, and you've gone for some of these mutations and you've used most of the summons off of these cards, then you could start to dabble with the pits. And by then, maybe you have made some hunt heroes and you've got some equipment. So it's really, I would say the entry level is still, for DeFi Kingdoms period, is still the regular portal and summoning. You got to build your legion. That's what Dreamer wants, right? We got to build our legion. So you got to start somewhere.
Yeah, yeah, that definitely agree. I still have some sheets there on certain day that I'm using to summon in the regular portal. Then when I exhaust all the summons, I bring it here. Definitely. On screen, I'm
Yeah.
sharing some of the mutations and the heroes that I've been putting together. These are steps for me to get to an higher goal. So as you can see, I have a lot of double giant slayers, common and rare, that I'm gonna definitely smash with something else soon.
Let me look at it, buddy. I'm sorry. What? It was lagging on my end. I was doing some other shit. Hold up. I'm back. Sorry, I got lost in my tabs.
No worries, no worries.
All right.
So you were saying when you try to build heroes for PvP, you have a goal in mind in the beginning, and the goal is to get mutations on the traits, I mean.
Yeah. So I would go mutations in any sort of color, right? Because when you eventually get to the pits and you're building for PvP, you want that rarity floor secured on some decent cards that you've made or mutated, right? So rarities, I mean, there's always been that conversation. Is rarity more important? Can you compete with other ones? Well, I think we've figured out that rarity is important, especially with these re-rolls and the bonuses. So you're going to want to go for the highest rarity you can for PvP. Rare's doable. And obviously, lots of cards got certain value in PvP with all these restrictions on certain tournaments and whatnot.
Yeah,
so you can find value in some cards. So the landscape on summoning is kind of changing too, because where you can find some value in some of your normal pit fodder that you would just normally throw into the, especially if you're summoning with stones, because that's why I always summon with stones. And a lot of my cards, like if you thumb through all the turds in there, they're built like shit brick houses because they got the stones on them, they got tiers added on them, they're just missed, right? So, but
so you're saying that even a rare or an uncommon with good traits and a stone can find space in PvP.
Yeah, you can find space. I'd say there's more room to grow in those tournament landscapes than there is in the in-game level 20 PvP landscape.
Yeah.
And people might be under the impression that their kit is not what the other guy's kit is. You don't got the same heroes as the other guy. Well, don't just go and tune into a in-game level 20 top of the top PvP match and think you can't compete, because there's tons of restrictions. Believe me, Bolon likes fucking around with them. And the entry for most people is there, and the chance to win and get your foot in the door is there. So definitely a chance. So while building, like that's my main focus. That's always been my main focus, is building. Sure, I'll play some PvP. Don't put me in a corner right now, but I'll dabble in dark summon and build for my guild, because this landscape is constantly moving. I mean, everybody's pissed about warrior and dagger and stuff because the PvP landscape changed, right? So we're over here building and re-rolling and just trying to stay competitive, right? So But I would also say, like, for somebody new to DFK, like, there is no better time to just hop in a guild. Even if you don't know if that guild's for you, that's the best place to learn, is because these people are
Yeah,
active in
definitely.
there.
Yeah. Actually, everything I've learned it basically from you when I joined Mythic Sword in the beginning. That's how I managed to summon heroes that now are competitive in level 20. I'm
Yeah,
honest, eh?
yeah.
Uh,
At the end of all this, like when you're doing in-game heroes, I think your best trait as a hero builder has to be short-term memory and not being attached to anything,
yeah,
because you won't make these decisions anymore to burn this shit. Like literally, the people who make the dopest heroes in the game, and I'm not knocking everybody, but most of them, like my friends, do stupid shit to get them. So and that is the way.
yeah,
That's
yeah.
still the way. Even with EE and stuff, that's still the way to make in-game heroes. The OG pits will always have its utility to craft and max out meta heroes in PvP. So
Agreed, agreed.
my job is never complete. And if you're a hero builder, your job is never complete because you're constantly building.
True. In fact, I'm still.
Mosh probably doesn't
I
have to
have
do it.
heroes for level 20. Now I have heroes for level 15, and I'm nearly finished to build a team for level 10. Actually, it is complete. I just need to finish level up this wizard. I'm gonna probably play double wizard priest. I have priest with second life, level 10, around nearly 600 HP, so it's good to go. Because that second life is gonna make it come back. We saw how good it is in sudden death having a second life, and then I have this wizard with double
Yeah.
GS, and then another mythic wizard with 50 intelligence. So I'm gonna probably just go in double frost lens on turn one, and then double fireball, and I bet something is gonna go down.
Yeah. Yeah, you got quite the hero stable right now, 91 karmas. But you've been with the guild for a while. You've been with Mythic Squad. So your fear of losing what you have is gone because of the hope of what you can make, right?
Yeah, definitely,
So
definitely. In the beginning, probably I would have been thinking a lot about the summons. Now, all of what you guys can see on the screen, all these double giants layer that you can see here, I'm gonna get burned soon, 100% with no regrets. Probably this one not because it's got a stone. It's a double giant slayer rare pirate with fortune stone. Probably this one I'm gonna keep it for those tournaments rare and below. But everything else here say goodbye to them because soon they're gonna die.
yeah. Don't even learn their names. You know what I mean? Don't even learn their names.
I don't even read them.
Don't get attached to cosmetics. That's primarily why I don't go for cosmetic heroes, because I'm like, ooh, that's cute. Oh goddamn, look at that name. Like if you look at the heroes that survive on my wallet, it's the stupidest reasons why they survive. It's like some hero ID number or some silly name or something like
Yeah,
that.
yeah.
But
I
like the
think that
dope
right now
heroes
in
that
the
most
guild
people,
wallets that's the hero 69420.
oh dude, yeah. That was Jahil, dude. He just donated the dopest hero I've ever seen.
I love
Dude,
that.
that shit was dope.
Just the ID number. Everything else probably is shit, but nobody cares. We love it as a
69,
mascot for the
420. How
ID
do you?
number.
Yeah, that's beautiful.
And so, when
Absolutely.
you build a hero, what's the process? Let's say you set up a goal. What's the process that you follow for those of the guys in the audience that don't know the process to build a hero?
Like the process I follow on which kind of summoning, like in-game heroes, dark summoning.
Yeah. When you try to build a PvP hero.
Okay, so this is the hardest part about trying to heal or trying to build something particular, is
Hmm.
you'll never hit it, because
Yeah,
already getting everything you want is like striking lightning in a bottle multiple times, right? Like Usually one thing's missing when you hit a major summons like that. But when you do hit them all, my process is this, dude. When I'm going for something, right, I want to look at my recessive classes. I want to look at my classes that I'm going for. And this is like for Codex heroes for PvP, right? So I'm gonna go with 2 Codex heroes. If I can't find the action I want with the ability traits in the subclass, right, and or the stat bonuses, I will make sure that my top 4 class chances are Codex heroes. I'll make sure like 3 of them will work with the kind of stone that I'm going for, build that I'm going for, right?
Yeah.
Along with the traits that I'm going for, so that it's not an epic field, so that I'm not getting like some greater Whetstone Knight or something like that, but it's got everything else dope on it, right? So I try to reduce risk there because you're already burning shit that most people would want to keep. And then rarity floor is super important to me. So if you're messing with like elite, double elite or exalted traits or multis, then I'm trying to bring the rarity up if it's not already at mythic, or I'm always going to keep it at mythic if it's at mythic. Sometimes those cards, though, that aren't good enough to play with, that have all that action on it, that are mythic, will sit there for a while because paying for a match for that is super expensive. So you kind of got to rely on RNG to come full circle and bring you that card in the future to match with it. So discipline, as much as you're burning these heroes and getting rid of them and not remembering their names, discipline's huge too, because I've bit myself in the ass plenty of times where I'm like, well, I'm just going to do it now. And then I make that perfect match card for it like 2 days later. And I'm like, fuck, if I was just disciplined enough to wait, right? I would have had the perfect match for it. But rarity floor is super important. Reducing your risk with the recessive, super important. Doing something nice randomly for someone that day that you're going to do a summons like that, probably pretty important too. Have karmas on your side, But you get what I'm saying? Like, be nice to people and then rip it, because it's all RNG and RNG rules all. So you could have, like, I think back to the day when these were like $1,200, $800 summons back when this game first popped off, right? I would do so much research on the summons because like that dollar amount meant that I was doing like 1 or 2 summons every 2 weeks, right? So you would do all this research, scour DefiKingdoms for all these matches, and right. And now we're over here just ripping summons like one after another. We've got these legions of heroes and we're just ripping them for like Valhalla heroes. And just a little word to the summoners. You'll become dead inside on your reactions because you will start building super dope ass monsters, right? And you're gonna be chasing that ultimate dragon of that 1 of 1 in game. Especially if you come and kick it with the Mythic Squad, because that's what they do. They just continue to make 1-on-1s. And right now, we're not selling them to any other guilds. We're keeping them in-house. And that wasn't the case for the first few years of DefiKingdoms, right? We were building and selling. But so here's a little tip for Mythic Squad, too. If the other guilds think it's not time to build heroes, well, you're on notice. There's no better time to build heroes than right now. Especially if you want to keep that competitive edge in PvP, because Mythic Squad's coming. I see those boys winning some shit these days. So Mythic Squad's coming. Y'all think we're just over here chilling, building heroes?
Everything. I don't want to lie, but I think we won basically everything in the last 3 days.
And Mosh isn't even playing PvP yet. Could you imagine?
No, but we are playing PvP with most stuff, basically. It's like he's playing. Basically.
Yeah, he is PvP. Like I'm gonna show some love to bro for a second, because he is PvP for Mythic Squad. He is the engine that keeps all things moving. He is the vibe setter, and he has these like crazy plans in his head. And he'll come over to my house late at night, and we'll puff a joint and go for a little walk. And he'll tell them to me, and I'll be like, I don't know, man. That's asking a lot. I don't know if people will do that. And then he's like, just watch, man. Create the vibe. It'll work out. I'll go out here. I'll do this. It'll work out. And man, Mythic Squad, I'm not even going to talk specifically wise. Preparing for the future. And it's beautiful to see. We're having lots of fun doing it too. So
Sticks internet say Mosh is probably a PvP servant, just push his button and it works. Yeah, exactly like that. I
Oh,
have to
dude.
talk to
Yeah, he
Mosh.
was
We have
Blanca.
to find another Scully somewhere. Absolutely.
He was Blanca or Liu Kang on. He was Liu Kang on in Blanca on Street Fighter, where he would just spam kick the whole time.
Yeah.
That's
But
in a
fortunately, in
nutshell.
DefiKingdoms, they removed that option when they nerfed the Whirlwind, because that was literally spamming kicks, basically. I kinda hated the meta when
Uh,
people was just pressing Whirlwind, fast turn, Whirlwind, fast turn, and doing 3, 4 times in a row, hitting 2 crits, and they were fucking you up. That was really unnecessary. In fact, I love that nerf, gotta be honest with you. It made so much sense. Which one would you say is the hero you summon you're the most proud of?
no. Well, I got a few of them, but for TV purposes, I would, and it's not even a Codex hero. I can be
Of
proud of
course.
non-Codex heroes. Don't. I believe it's still the only one in game, and it is a Spellbow Dread Knight Mythic, and it's got Giant Slayer. And that's why I love those kind of heroes, because I like to go look through like this is how me and Mosh have built heroes for the longest time. And it's getting harder and harder to do, but we'll go into the hero. We won't even look at our heroes. We'll go into the hero catalog and we'll think of like the dopest heroes possible, right? And we'll like look up to see if they exist, right? And if they don't exist, then we go for them. If there's a few, then we go for them. Usually when there's a few, like I would say 70% of them are like Mythic Squad owned or built. So you guys are kicking ass too. But like when we want to build something unique and dope like that, that's how we used to do it. We're more focused on Codex now, but like in-game one-on-ones will always be the bee's knees, right?
Yeah.
I remember when Mosh got the first elite class with an exalted trait back when it was called Transcendence, and it wasn't even on the back of the card, right?
Okay.
But he got the first one in game, and there was like a small finite group of people who were mutating traits back then because of Dr. Zipper's article. But that was like where that dragon started to be chased, was like we found out there was like levels to this shit. We found out, if you go look at the total hero population on all realms, and then you go and look through your hero catalog and you see a one of one card that nobody else has made, right? It feels good to own something like that, right?
Yeah. It's
So
on
that's where
screen right
like
now. I can if your spellbow is. I can tell you because I
you
put
said
it
my
in
screen's
from
on.
the. No. I'm seeing it from the barkeeper in the tavern. I can see it is a spellbow Dread Knight level
Oh, you can
13.
see it. You got it on. Okay, yeah.
Giant Slayer
Spellbook
branding
Red
with
Knight.
Mark
It's going to
Fearless.
totally be re-rolled. It's going to totally be re-rolled, but
But I'm
it's
looking at the stats of this guy. Man, the stats are crazy. I mean, HP is low. That's
the
yeah,
HP
523. Yeah, that makes sense.
is
It's
really
low.
low.
Yeah.
So unless
Also,
I'm
I
just
believe
stingy here on the
intelligence
last
is gonna
7,
be
but
more
probably build it
important
different.
than luck on a spell bob. I have this feeling.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. This is before we knew shit. What is this? 55? I don't know, maybe I knew some shit when I was doing this, but
Yeah, no, definitely. Now that you can reroll it, it's gonna come out a monster for sure.
But I'll this is why I want pirate. Look up hero. Or wait. Sorry, not that one. My bad. 577028.
Let me check.
That's probably the card I'm most proud of right there.
577028. Let me check for this guy.
Yeah.
He's finding me a ton of heroes. Wait at 7.
Yes.
Double Giant Slayer stun,
And it's
greater milestone. Man, I'm hating you right now. because
I want Maddie to be right.
you know how long I've been trying to make a double GS pirate, and till now I hit only a single Giant Slayer legendary pirate and a single stunned legendary pirate, both Gather Stone. But that's the funny thing that I've been chasing these pirates for months, and then I got
I told you I got a
three
couple.
double
I got a
Giant
few of them.
Slayer wizards without chasing it.
Yeah, that's the way it works. Hey, I'll trade you a pirate double giant slayer for a wizard double giant slayer.
Uh,
I have a few of them. I have some Legos, some rares.
Rare
So
I have
I
it.
even got
Rare I
some
have it, the double
shit.
Giant Slayer rare. But I
That's
was
fun,
trying to go
boy.
for a PvP one. But I
Yeah,
still
I know.
I'm still not giving up, man. Sooner or later I'm gonna get that pirate. Sooner or later
You'll hit
I'll
it.
get it.
You'll hit it.
It's just a matter of
Dude, I
time
hit the
and
craziest. You know what's crazy is I hit mythics with greater stones with like a rarity floor of common. Why I would have put a greater stone on it like I did, like I hit a dread knight off a sage and goon common floor in the pits, and I put a greater stone on it, and it ended up being a mythic dread mutation.
nah. But
So
it's got no
shit can be
traits.
wild. Yeah, it's like I knew, right? That's why I put the stone on it. No, I think it was more out of like laziness. Like I looked at my inventory and I was like, oh, I got this greater stone. That'll do. You know, instead of going to the marketplace or alchemist and making one. Yeah,
That's crazy, man. That's honestly crazy.
um, I'm a summoner of convenience too. So I mark cookie and shit in the tavern, looking
Yeah.
for
I get it. I get it.
value buys. Yeah.
Yeah. Probably he is the
You know,
best summoner when it comes to quantity, and you are the best summoner when it comes to quality.
oh, there's so many good summoners in DFK,
No,
like it's
that's
crazy.
for sure.
Um,
That's for sure. Yeah.
how many good summoners there is. But yeah, the most loud and boisterous and don't give a fuck about your heroes to make more heroes guy. Sure, I'll take that title. What you guys just need to really remember is I taught Mosh, so I taught him everything he knows, and so anytime he posts something dope, you gotta, give me a little bit of flowers too because I taught him everything.
Yeah.
So
That's a meme. I said it. That's a meme about this.
yeah, thank you, Skiller, for that one, dude. Um, and if you're not happy, you can always buy happiness too. Not financial advice. There, I
No,
plugged
yeah,
it a little
I get
bit.
it.
I love you, dude.
That's what some guilds basically do. Some guilds only have heroes that they bought basically from us.
Yeah, I find great pride in seeing other top players use Mythic Squad heroes.
Yeah,
Uh, that time has come to an end, though, unless you just really want to pay out the ass for them. But most of the time, we keeping all that shit in house now. So
I
yeah,
agree. I agree. Honestly, it's time that we because I'm looking at the leaderboard from Zelis. You know, he posted the leaderboard.
yeah. Man, that guy works all the time.
Man, that guy is great. This thing that he did
I
was
love
great.
Zoe's.
Honestly,
Yeah,
I'm putting it on screen. I think yeah, people can see it. So right now in the squad, DFT has got the most tournament victories with 10
yeah.
victories. And there's me with 9, and then just have fun with 8. I thought that you would have updated from yesterday because yesterday I won a tournament. No, it's still like this. But if we go on the guild leaderboard, we're not doing yet that well. But we're gonna
Hey,
get there.
PvP just started here. PvP just started here.
Yeah,
We're just fabricating a well-oiled engine here that is running pretty good so far, and we're gonna keep adding to it under the hood. So watch out, Mythic Squad's coming. Mythic Squad's coming. We've been here and we
Six
coming.
is saying that he's not on the leaderboard. But Six, did you ever win a tournament? Because I think it doesn't show you because you didn't win any. I think that's how it works. Because I can see Emerson
It
here.
also doesn't say that Intern is the best PvP commentator in all the kingdom either on those leaderboards. So there might be a little
that's true.
thing that Jellies has to look at there. So.
Because I can see that it shows 12 members. If I go give link, what's gonna open? I'm curious. No, it goes on Discord. Okay. So it's saying that the team members of the guild are 12, but it shows only 5 because are the ones who won some tournaments. Shows DFT, me, Just Hope, BZ, and Emerson. So I believe that it shows only those who win tournaments. But it's my understanding, so maybe I should have 69 wins then. Yeah, basically you have all the wins of the because everybody's using your heroes. That's true. Yes,
Yeah,
his
come on now.
commentary is amazing. We all love it. We know that somebody says he's the best commentator in the game.
I don't know. I like it more when Beeves up there a little bit too with them. Makes his voice stand out as just even that much more amazing when I'm right next to him. You know what I mean? So maybe Bloats and Beeves come
Definitely
back at some
should come
point
back.
on Twitter Spaces.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't even ask. I didn't even ask Intern. I'm just kind of putting them on the spot. Maybe a Bloats and Beeves X Spaces. I don't know.
That would be great.
I have a bunch of shit you probably listen to.
Possibly on Arena when they're gonna sort out that shit on Arena, because I think that there's a lot of people. He's saying, "Bring it back, Beef." That's what Sticks is saying.
I saw.
Guys, I think
I'm gonna
we're
need to
in
get
for
a
a good
graphics
time.
guy though. I need my graphics guy to retire from trading. That way I get him back. Bloats and beef, biatch. I'm down.
Blots and
I'm down.
biatch. Yeah, lol, Arena. Yeah, I know, guys. Arena is so disappointing. I really hate the shitty way it works. But I
Yeah, they
believe
gotta.
Killer is around here. He's following this. I know that he's gonna start to make a ton of graphics for you.
I just want to put my favorite song on the Arena app so that everybody can listen to it and know what my favorite song is. Do you remember social media in its infancy, like when MySpace was popping off and all that shit, right?
Of course.
So the technology itself is super dope. The concept is super dope. It probably still needs to be fine-tuned a little bit, but I love where their head's at, and I love the Arena app. Yeah, shit pisses me off on it, but I like what they're doing. I like where the space is going. So
Yeah, definitely. If they would sort out this shit of Streamlabs, I would definitely stream there as well. I mean, technically, Streamlabs should be streaming there as well right now, but it's not doing it. So, and they're saying that they will sort it out eventually. I don't know. Seriously, shit.
you know who I go to on tons of advice? He's pretty smart with that stuff, man.
Yeah, agreed. DFT knows a shitload of stuff. Then he's really unlucky when it comes to playing because things rarely work out properly for him. But he's really great, honestly. He spends a lot of time on the map.
Persistent.
Something I really appreciate.
I love me some Dragonfly Tales. I don't care what anybody says. That's my guy. That's my guy, and I love him.
Even if he's not following the stream. But
yeah,
you know, I love calling.
I know. He'll wake up and watch it. We'll make him watch it.
Oh, probably there's a new level up here. So these.
What do you guys think the next? What do you think the next codex?
100% pirate. I said it's pirate for one single reason, and every time I say it, everybody says, "Oh fuck, you're right," and then they forget it. When they introduced the GD, they introduced a D20 system. So when you roll for D and GDE, you roll a D20, and it's something that they just introduced. And the only class that uses a D20 in its skills is the pirate, which basically saying now we built in game without saying the dynamic that you will need for for a class that 100% sure is gonna be the next one that they release at this point. I'm sure of it, honestly.
I fucking hope so. I hope Maddie's right. And man, I missed that podcast. What was it called that those fuckers used to do?
Um, the
Barside
Bogsides,
Stool or
yeah,
something like that. I can't remember what it was. Bogside Frat or Bogside Chats. Franz,
yeah,
Guy Kid, and Maddie Pesk. Yeah, those guys. Be a doper stream than that back in the day.
yeah.
From three knuckleheads. One of them was Starbuck, the other one was Mosh, and the other one was fucking me, I think. And so maybe those guys could come back around the same time when Pirate drops. I'd love to do a collab with those boys on
Damn, man,
a
I
Mythic
wish
Squad,
the Mythic Squad stream comes back.
Bogside
One,
Frat
because
stream.
I definitely miss Ogre. I'm not seeing him around, and I definitely miss him around. He was great. You remember when we were doing the, how was it called? The night where
Crystal Kraken?
Crystal Cracking, man, that was great. I was, I
Yeah,
was like
good
a
times.
baby every time. Basically, for me, Ogre was like Santa Claus because every week he was coming and gifting
Oh, yeah.
this Gen 1 10 out of 10 to people, and I was so happy about it. It was so good, man.
Oh, dude. It was Christmas. Christmas. Every every Crystal Cracks was Christmas, man. It was a good place for new players to come flood
Yeah,
into our
yeah, I
server
loved it.
and
I
get the
used to love
equipment.
it. I used to wait late nights just to get on stream there. I couldn't talk because at the time I used to be with my ex, and she was basically right there, and I couldn't talk. So I had to type in the fucking chat. But I was so happy to be finally with all of you guys. And definitely I miss Ogre a lot. I miss Ogre, I miss Ultra. Guys, come back to the family.
Okay. All right. I'll light fires under asses. I promise. I'll do my
Yeah,
best.
we have to push
But
them
let's
to
go
come
pirate.
back.
I want Maddie to be so fucking right. I want Maddie to be so fucking right. I hope it's pirate. And I hope it's like next Tuesday, not next fucking Hanukkah or whatever, you know? Like it would be
No, I don't think it's gonna be in the next weeks because I believe that pet combat bonuses and durability are gonna come before the pirate. But it's gonna come
no. Okay.
immediately after.
Oh, I can't wait for combat bonuses on pets though.
Yeah.
That'll be the stimmy in the arm
That
that all
will
these pet owners
trigger
need.
Ultra to come back.
What's that?
That will trigger Ultra to come back immediately. I'm sure.
Yeah. There was
Nobody
like
has got that. Nobody has
a
got
whole
the
subsection of
collection of
DFP players
pets.
that were just all about the pets. They were just all
Yeah,
about the pets.
yeah.
Utility come racing in. That would be awesome.
Especially now that people is burning them pretty randomly with the heroes.
I haven't burnt any pets. Like, what's the actual bonus on the pets? Like, is it that noticeable
I
on your
think it
games?
gives a multiplier.
It does. Okay. Well, I'm
Just
not earning
I
shit
believe
for
that
combat bonuses until they're out and rolled. So
it tells you, I believe, or at least it shows you that there's a pattern the amount of stars. And I believe it
okay.
counts the amount of stars for the bonus on the NGD. Something that just
Word.
is saying, do I have a way to access docs? I have a way to access the docs from here. That's great, guys. This game is great. So something that just is saying, so the Garden
Oh
Heroes.
yeah, about the Legionnaire and Scholar.
Yeah, but I believe
Why? Wild would be stoked about the scholar. He's got enough of those.
He definitely triggered me with this. Where do I find the combat? I believe I have to go. Yeah, he definitely triggered me with this one because I've read, of course, all of the codex classes, all of the codex that are there because often I text workers about things I want to understand, I want to know. I tend to send to workers pictures of my heroes. Often, every time I summon some of shit, I'm like, workers, look at this. So let me see. The Legionnaire, maybe he's right. There's no new keywords. Physical damage is decreased by physical damage. Fierce, retaliate.
Dude,
Okay.
What was Just doing? He just hopped out the bushes with some info. I hope you're
Just,
doing good, Just.
yeah, convince your guys to bring back the podcast.
Yeah.
Yeah, for the Legionnaire, I believe he's right because all the keywords are the usual push, bleed, stun, retaliate. There's a lot of retaliate in the Legionnaire. I can't wait for that. I would love to see the Legionnaire coming in game. If this is stun, taunt a lot, push and pull, no, backfire. This is
Well,
a
Just, I hate to
keyword.
break it to you.
This is a
Hold on.
keyword that
Uh,
I never seen before, backfire. So I believe with Legionnaire they have to introduce this. At least if it's not gonna be turned into some sort of retaliate, but I don't believe that. So we found a new keyword here. And there's not an explanation for it, huh? No, there's not an explanation.
So, what's your
What?
final guess?
No, pirates for sure. It's the only one that actually because Monk has got the disarm. Thing about Legionnaires, I think they only use light spears, so they need to drop. Yeah, they need to drop them. Exactly. Yeah, I agree with that. I agree with that. So my belief is that we're gonna have pirate or thief soon because because we have the weapons for the thief, we have the knives. And as something that lately Hubert said in MMA is that knives were never meant to be used by warriors. They found this space in the game because warriors technically can use everything, which makes sense, but they were meant to be used on thieves. And we have these daggers. We have a shit ton of daggers. So there's a good possibility that thief is the next one. But I really believe in the D20 thing, honestly. What's your expectation, Beef?
Me?
Hmm?
I hope it's the pirate. I want it to be the pirate more than I want it to be anything else. And all I do
Really?
is hope, and then I don't set expectations high. And when it happens, I'm super stoked. But that's just me. So I hope it's the pirate.
Yeah, yeah, definitely, man. Even though I
I
don't
think we
have
need
yet.
DPS like that in PvP, anyways. So
Yeah, more DPS. Yes.
shake things up. Let's do it. Let's keep shaking things up.
Yeah, what Just is saying is correct, actually. Pirates are weird because the understanding is that they will use swords and daggers for range attacks. Because he said there will be no gun NFTs. Yeah, correct. It's gonna be so weird because he's gonna actually really use the basic damage of the swords and daggers that they use even when they're doing uh, normal now. My Legionnaire Berserker, Vitality Green, as you can see, double last stand, cleanse and darkness shield, and greater vigor stone. So I can't wait for Legionnaire to drop because this guy is gonna be the tank.
That's a beast. Have you seen Johnny Boogeyman's Mythic Legionnaire?
No?
Oh my god.
What
Well, look
does
up
he got?
oh, I don't know. I think it's got multiple elites and an exalted trait on it. I can't remember.
Ooh,
It's silly.
it's silly.
It's silly for any card. Yeah, it's silly for any card.
Let's see if we can
Really.
find it. Hero
I think it's
card.
got resurrection and some other shit.
Let me see. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna find it soon. So let me see with Second Life first.
Look up the Mythic Legionnaire with the exalteds up top and the actives first. Like find one up there, I think. But I could be wrong. It could be Second Life.
So there's only one Second Life Legionnaire Mythic, and it's from Mystique, so I don't believe.
That is Johnny.
Mystique
What's it
is
got
John,
on it?
yeah?
Is that the one? Yeah.
Okay.
I don't mean to dox him, but yeah, that's definitely Johnny.
So it's got Stun, Vision, and Second Life.
Okay. That's still pretty beast.
Yeah. It's a Legionnaire Monk. Wow. With a greater finesse stone. Wow. Dexterity.
I think that was supposed to be a goon. That was like a mythic goon shot back
Fair
in the
enough.
day.
Fair enough. I get that.
Yeah.
But a lot of these super crazy rugs reveal themselves to be really good in the end. Like this hero could be definitely great.
Oh yeah. I think I was the only sane one that said do not throw that back in. But because Mosh was there and he was like, "Oh, run it back," and I was like, "You better fucking take a chill pill, Mosh. Let's just keep this one for right now."
Yeah, agree. Josh is saying that's a great Legion.
He's
I agree.
Mosh is a full-fledged when it comes to summoning. He makes me look
I
like
perfectly know that.
like medium hot. He's like hot. He's like the last shit they give you on hot ones when it comes to summoning. That's Mosh. Yeah. He throws the most awesome heroes in the pit to their death.
Without looking. Yeah,
Yeah.
I know.
More than that guy, or at least bringing value to top tier PvP cards than that guy, because he kills a lot of shit.
So I have.
But it takes one guy like that, and then
and then everybody's got to
do it. Yeah, and that goes across, dude. Somebody sees somebody do some shit like that, they're like, okay, maybe it can happen. And then the majority of the time, the people that try, that never have done some shit like that, get rugged out of existence and never come back. It's not their cup of tea. But it can be if you want to go for the gusto. You gotta kind of massage your way into it, really. Otherwise, you'll go crazy.
On building anything specifically lately?
I'm at the part of a cycle where I need to build up through the regular portal a little bit more and then run it back. So that's what I've kind of started doing. Is I kind of ignored some of my last batch towards the end on traits. I didn't list the heroes, the building pieces. I didn't list them. I left them with like 3 or 4 summons left on them. So I'm just kind of ripping those casually and looking for some and then run it back down to the ground and maybe lift up like another 20 dope ass banger ass heroes from that pool So I'm in the process of flipping it and going into another phase of building from regular portal towards the dark summoning pits, because it never starts just in the dark summoning pits unless you're willing to pay out the ass for pieces. I prefer to build my pieces. So Mosh will just go out there and fucking spend shit. What about you? What are you working on right now?
Oh,
Besides that fucking
pirate.
evasive pirate player.
I tried to go for a ninja, actually. I had the uncommon ninja with the second wind, Giant Slayer in P2, and Giant Slayer in recessive 1 of P1. And I smashed it with a legendary ninja with Giant Slayer in P1, Giant Slayer in recessive P2, and second wind in recessive the same one where I had it on the other, and I got a rare ninja with just second wind and no recessive at all. So I'm a bit annoyed at that because I thought, okay, I've got it. This is the piece. This is gonna come. Because of course I'm trying to.
It will come. It will come.
It will come. It will come. I'm
You know,
trying to get ahead
what pisses me
of
off?
the game. You know,
Mosh just hit a mythic ninja double giant slayer, right? I think it's got like poisonous blade and something so blinding winds or some shit like that, right?
Mm-hmm.
And he didn't even put a fucking stone on it. Do you know how mad Dags would be right now?
No.
And I hit a double giant slayer crit aim something ninja too, but mine was rare, greater stone. But I'm just like, so he's gonna burn that with something. I talked him out of burning it with a rare, with a bunch of action on it. I said that card's worth a mythic for a pair. So
okay, so you want to burn it with another mythic. You have to get another mythic with
a card like that. Yeah, I think so.
Yeah, I get it. Usually when I hit in regular
I hate to see a card like that go.
mythics with elite abilities, I wait and I burn them with rare with double or triple elite.
Yeah, I mean, it's so easy to get things to 20 now. If you got a mythic with a bunch of action on it, that's a burner piece like that ninja, then there's no fucking point in burning that max level.
Yeah.
Like you should be burning that max level. So with another max level too. Get those tier bonuses, baby. Anything you can have to help you stack on those rerolls, dude. You know what I mean? To make that process a little less painful in the pocket, I say you raise everything up to 20 that are fucking banger pit fodder before you even go to the pits with it, which takes that keyword discipline I was talking about earlier. And for us pit mongers, we don't like discipline all that much. We just like smashing shit. Like Mosh was the kid that jumped in the ball pit when we were little and tried to get as many balls to fall out onto the ground as he could before he left. He was a menace everywhere he went. That's why his name is Mosh. Yeah. If you're carrying coffee, he will run into you. Yeah.
I'm gonna roll this level up for this wizard. I re-rolled the wizard that I was using originally, and I kept it at level 15. So I'm gonna use it in level 15 tournaments.
Okay.
But I don't think I have a team yet. But I have a legendary berserker with Giant Slayer and Second Wind and a greater finesse stone, I believe, which I might want to level up to 15 and use in that context. It's a bit of a Dragonfly strategy. It's gonna be definitely crazy, and I don't know if it's gonna work. But if that works, I'd be really, really happy because he can grow to be a great hero, to be honest, because with the Giant Slayer, he can kick asses. And Second Wind on a Berserker, if you manage to, bring up the HP, might work really well as well. But still, what I don't like there is that
I
you
think
might never be able to use that second wind because it's out of control.
Dude, we need I don't mean to complain. We need a higher level hunt that produces level 20 armor and equipment.
Yes,
Weapons.
we need, but we need more powers to recommend. Yes, I agree with that, but it's gonna come as well. And when that's gonna come, it's gonna come the equipment for the next classes. So I believe they're gonna do durability, pet combat bonuses because they have them, they're ready. New class, and then they're gonna work on the next hunt because that is gonna let them work on the next class.
Perfect. I have full faith in the team. They always hit it out the park when they swing.
So now Sticks intern and Sticks are in chat. That's great. I literally never saw them in the same place, and I for a moment I believed that there was no two people. They were the same person, like Batman and Bruce Wayne. I never saw them in the same place.
Oh no. You know what's funny is I was friends with Sticks first. I knew the boss before I knew the intern. Right?
I'm so glad they're both here. Oh, guys. We should start to organize again all those mythic parties, guys. I used to love them so much. I'm gonna get back to this. I'm circling back to crystal cracking here.
Yeah. Just go make your heroes in Mythic Mayhem, regardless of where you're from. Go make them in there.
Yeah, I get that. That's why I'm. You can see the chat.
Yeah, I'm looking at the chat right now.
Guys, let's see how many times I will have to reroll this level up. Come on.
Okay. You know who's a madman at rerolling?
Kortokage.
Mosh.
Mosh, okay. Oh yeah, this level up is shit. Okay. First reroll, guys. First reroll in. I got 20 HP and 5 points randomly in strength on the wizard. Fuck that.
Fuck that.
Yeah, fuck.
Reroll it.
Dragonfly Tales is saying that it's time for the
Yo,
to get this intern.
Yeah, anybody wants to get me an intern? I like coffee and weed, and that's about all the help I'll accept. So,
I think that Mosh has found this intern. Mosh has found this intern destroyer.
Mosh thinks Buddy is his intern, so there's that too. You know how many times I look my brother dead in the eyes and I'm like, I'm not that guy. I'm not that guy that does that for you. Like in all aspects of life, not just okay. I'm just like, no, that's not me. That's you or somebody else, you know, not me. But he tries all the time.
Damn, another shitty level up. To intel, no.
Well, there's not enough mythic vibes in chat.
Yeah, guys, there's not
Ellie.
enough mythic
Ellie
vibes
can be
in chat.
Look at she just gave me the smoker, the coffee emoji, and the heart. You're hired. You're fucking hired, Ellie.
I'm gonna pin the amount of rerolls I'll have to do for this hero on you all. Let's make a match live. I can make a match live with you, Dragonfly Tales.
I'm gonna leave it up to you. I will help you with it.
But
Just
you will have to challenge Sticks intern as best commentator now.
Oh, she can take some attention away from intern, I'm sure.
Yes, Dragonfly, I can do a match live with you. Let me just. Okay, I like this rule. Okay, guys, you brought some nice vibes here. Okay, +9 to in dexterity.
Yeah, that's
we really need that because it was still at 10. 2 wisdom, 2 intelligence. I think that this is a big HP roll, yeah, for sure, because it's 19 vitality. So this is a
Yeah,
big
that's
HP
large.
roll, big
That's large,
MP
large.
roll. Yeah, yeah. You can tell me earliest guess because our is too strong, it would overpower your. Yeah, that's true.
I respect the business decision, intern. I respect it.
Oh fuck! I did, till now. For those of you guys in the audience who don't know, I summoned this hero. I think this morning while going for a summoner, and I got, of course, my third double giant slayer wizard. But I didn't read the name. Brel muy Blush Torzilla. What the fuck is this shit? Brel Blush Torzilla. No, ridiculous. Okay, let me send her for another round of profession. So I need around 36
That
possibly.
was that was that medium large.
No, the HP roll was large for sure because with 19 HP and it got around 30. No, maybe it's medium. Yeah, you're right. Yeah, his medium
I
is
think it's a
medium, but
medium.
his medium is fine, honestly. The plus
It's hard to
19.
hit stats large large, dude. It's hard
Yeah,
to hit stats
exactly.
large large.
Also, yeah, I
Uh,
enjoy that large MP roll because that one I really need it on the wizard. That said, because Dragonfly Tales just challenged me live.
that doesn't sound like Dragonfly tells it. Oh, yo, do it. What did he challenge you?
uh, Viv, I'm gonna send you the link to the game so you can spectate it. Let
Okay.
me find Dragonfly Tales box. DFT. I'm sending
What are you
it to
guys
you.
running? Are you guys running 20s?
Of course, and as any of my training games, I put 25 seconds past turn and stun.
Hey, you don't even have to send it to me. If you are, I can watch it on my phone on YouTube.
Okay, because on YouTube probably
I
you're
could
gonna see it a bit delayed.
delay. It's okay. I'm like slow to react most of the time, anyways.
Fair enough. So I'm gonna run my usual
I'm waiting for
composition.
you guys to say all the smart stuff, and then I'll chime in.
Ah, fuck, I cannot run my usual composition because my knight has been rerolled last night. Oh, fuck.
See, this is exactly why Dragonfly challenged you live, so that you wouldn't have the team that you wanted to use to fight him, that you would have to settle for the content, right?
He knew it.
This is falling in
He
line
knew
perfectly
it.
for him.
Uh, okay. I'm gonna go in another way at this point.
Yo, do 3 warriors for oh cool.
I'm not the frogman. I cannot do three warriors, so he's the only one who can do it.
Hey, I way back in the day I beat a hunt with 3 warriors first try. I thought that was fun.
So maybe it's better if I. No, I'm gonna go like this.
Yeah, see,
Honestly, I'm gonna go like this.
I can see it.
I'm gonna be
Yo,
annoying, but I don't know what's gonna happen without my knight because now I'm all focused on that strategy. I've been playing that strategy now for 2 weeks, every tournament in every level, every possible way. So I'm stoked on that. And I haven't been using an archer
right.
in quite a while. DFT, I hope you're quick enough to join this because I put really the minimum amount of time for the start. But
Why
guys,
isn't
could you all?
Dragonfly so sleepy?
He's saying no challenge, just fun. Yeah, just fun. He's saying it because recently he lost twice
Now
in
this is
tournaments
for the
against
best.
me.
Now, this is for the best Italian PvP player of all time, right here.
Yeah,
Okay.
don't say that because Crypto Dream
Yeah.
is gonna appear
Bragging
out
rights
of a
will last
juvenile smoke of petals.
forever. Yeah. Bragging rights will last forever. Just so you know.
Yes, Six is crazy good. And I rerolled last night the knight to 1700 HP, 50 strength, 45 endurance. So I'm super stoked now on using challenge because challenge basically works on strength and endurance. And basically it wasn't connecting every time because that hero haven't been rerolled before. So it had like 36 strength, 34 endurance, and it wasn't connecting. But now that it's got 50, 45, it's gonna connect a lot more with that challenge and it's gonna be a lot more annoying
Right.
because that basically it saved my ass against Op yesterday. Uh, because basically he had the pyroclast ready, but I challenged the wizard and he couldn't shoot it anymore because he had to target only the knight. So he got fucked up, and I managed to channel my pyroclast before him. So the power of taunt is basically that one. It's like a base. It's like a way to make people waste their time. A priest or a wizard that cannot use the ability you want, you fuck up people's strategies.
Yeah. When you fuck up their game plan, that's good shit.
That's something that Esper used to do a lot to taunt your
Hey, you
priest
can
on
learn a
turn
lot.
one and then throw in a shitload of stuff.
You could learn a lot from Esper. Esper's a savvy motherfucker.
Yeah. Yeah, but
Yeah.
often I see mistakes from these people, and they rely a lot on RNG. And I believe
I think we all
this is
do though,
something
but yeah.
probably Sticks Intern and Hope would agree with me. Probably it's more of our Mythic Squad way of playing. You have to reduce to the minimum the the, the way you rely on RNG. The more you rely on RNG, the more your plan can be fucked up.
Hey, I
That
got an idea. I got an idea to reduce the skill gap in PvP among guilds, right? That's you know how in well you probably don't know in American football when training camp kicks off and shit and they start having practices, they will travel to another team's facility or like a uh, and have like scrims, right, where they scrimmage each other beforehand
yes,
within practice, right? Those are good learning experiences, right? It would be cool if the guilds had like Mayhem Mondays where Mythic Squad puts on scrims versus EZ Guild for whatever amount of time, like 3 hour window, come and scrim with like two guilds go after it, right?
yeah,
I just
yeah,
think that'd be cool. And I think that kind of environment within the guild discords, like on voice chat and stuff, scrimming like that is a good place. Listen, I haven't even played PvP, but I know not like a super good amount, but I'm familiar with everything you guys got going on from watching, right?
yeah.
From commentators like Intern and DFK Elite. They can do a lot for your game IQ, especially if you're new to this game. They explain a lot. And they'll I think the opportunity to do that even more within the discords, if we have like scheduled scrims
Mhm.
before these tournaments, I think it would create some hype and create some more PvP players.
I agree with
I
that
don't know.
one.
Are you guys
I would
fighting
like
yet?
to see Kurt Okagi playing a lot more PvP because he rerolled every of his heroes.
Dude, he's crushing the PvE game right now.
Yeah.
He's getting the loot. The loot's getting good.
Also, guys, all of us, round of applause for Dragonfly Tales for copying my composition with the Freestyle Wizard Knight. Guys, this guy,
Game recognized game. Good job, boys.
Northern Italian. They can do nothing original.
Mm. It would be
That
stupid
guy.
of him not to run with your comp if it's working. So good on you, DFK tells Dragonfly tells.
Let's see.
There you guys go. All right, I'm gonna be
This.
off camera for just a second.
Yeah, yeah, no worries, no worries. Now I need to understand how this different composition works. Does he have any trait here that I have to be really afraid of? No, 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 no. Okay, fuck that. DFT doesn't believe in traits. Yeah, I'm fine with this. Yes, interception, I want to believe. And I don't will, of course. Another firebolt on my priest. Okay, that's fine. He's got 22 AP. And he can use divine barrier and prayer of protection for a bit. I'm gonna keep myself protected. I will have to do this another turn. Okay, let's see what's gonna happen here. I'm gonna bring in some damage. I have to ask Hubert if the barriers are counted in the Giant Slayer calculation. That would be funny to find out. Mm, yeah,
Had to take a little break, a little breaky break.
no worries. Okay, 6 Intel answer me, and I'm really happy about that. So I managed to line up both the archer and the wizard into consecutive attacks, and they all are gonna take. Okay, I hoped for him to do this interception here, gotta be honest. So Twin Arrows kicks in. Okay, and now the Frost Lance kicks in. Let's see what happens here. Okay, we brought in some good damage. Oh, some. Okay, his wizard cleansed immediately. I'm fine with that.
I'm trying to set it up so I can see it good.
Okay, so I believe now he's gonna try the Pyroclast. Okay, and he's using all of his AP. Yes. So what I'm gonna do is placing a sharpshooter on the wizard. And then his wizard is this one. None. This 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13 ticks away. Yeah, Royal Guard because he doesn't want me to stop it. That's fair. But I have a shitload of AP. But this way I'm going after him. Let's see if this
Barriers
is
aren't
gonna
permanent.
work. So I'm still trying to understand. Okay, I didn't put enough AP. Okay, fair enough. I'm still trying to understand
Barrier.
how to move on the timeline, the channel for the pyroclast explosion, because I know that less AP you put, the faster you channel it, basically.
Oh, okay.
So there's always the way to channel a pyroclast that goes before your opponent. If let's say you and your opponent have the turn in the same tick, and he channels at 30 AP and you channel at 28, you're gonna shoot it before him. So he's putting a smoke bomb, which is gonna reduce his accuracy, which I'm fine with because I'm gonna put a smoke bomb as well. So I stun his knight. I put in a big fat damage, and now I'm gonna put a smoke bomb as well. So he's got -10 precision with his pyroclast, and I have +30 evasion, and he missed all of them. This is how you do it.
Ooh.
I know that right now Sticks intern is loving what I've just done. And the cool thing here is that I still have 29 AP.
Nice.
So I can shoot translate. Ah, you need the translation in Italian. I love you, the Fly Takes, I love you. Sto dicendo che in pratica puoi gestire il tempo del Pyroclast mettendo il tuo prima di quello dell'avversario, in pratica. I try to synthesize it the fastest possible. Okay, so I believe that he hasn't got any more interception here. And I have 2 turns in a row with my priest and my archer has got the yeah, has got the sharpshooter bonus on. Let's see if I hit.
I don't think it's a coincidence that you've gotten better and stronger in PvP with the bigger your beard's got, Karmas. I think that's where you get all your power, dude. That's how you build your own in real life AP, bro.
What's happening? Did he give up the game?
Did he?
It's not making me do the move. Ah, no, okay, he's doing it. Ah, this wizard survived with 15 HP. Damn. He's saying that I have to translate that I've been lucky. Okay, yes. I mean, the build radiates. It's-
Vibrazioni miticie. Mitice. Vibrazioni.
Vibrazioni
What is
mythic.
this?
I love that. Starbucks
Yeah?
always used to do it every time.
Yeah. Okay. Mythic vibes.
Yeah, definitely mythic vibes. But I love his knight. I mean, the red butterfly wings on that
Oh, his
all red equipment is so cool.
his heroes look pretty friggin'
Yeah, definitely.
zippy.
Okay, what did you do to my? Okay, self cleanse. I don't care what you do, what you did to my priest, because I cleansed it, whatever it was. So what's the damage here? No, 281, 241. No, I think it's better if I keep just pushing him and see what happens. Because he's gonna heal this hero for sure now. But I believe I'm gonna be able to fireball soon. Let's see.
You know, it's funny seeing two Italians play this. How long? Oh, we don't get tomatoes because this is just a private match. Okay. Never mind then.
This was the most Italian thing that you ever said. What I want to do is this. No crowd damage in the streets. No, but we have all the super blob defenders in the background looking at us, and I definitely love the details. Initially, I didn't notice it. You ever notice them?
What I noticed the wings in the background, them flying.
No, if you look at the right, behind this priest, basically, on the other dock, basically, in the dock in the background, there are the five
Oh,
super blob defenders.
oh
See?
yeah. I've noticed that before.
I love them.
Yeah, the little Power Ranger crew over there.
Yeah.
Yeah, I love it.
Okay, I think that we
Yeah.
are
Oh
in
no,
for another
tomatoes.
round
No.
of devastation. No, no tomato, Sally. Oh, he put on this interception, which I don't know how good is for him. So basically, I didn't notice that Iron Will gives you the buff in resistance to silence that has got the icon that is the opposite of taunt, basically. The opposite color of taunt. That's so cool. Okay, I'm fine with that. Should I enforce the shot clock on him? No, okay, it's
Would he
very
enforce it on
fast.
you?
No, he would enforce it on me most likely, knowing the character.
Just tell him Beeve wanted to enforce the shot clock, and that's all there is to it.
No,
Okay.
he pressed something, he played. So let's see. He's fire shit is gonna come here. Okay, his knight went down. I knew that that thing wouldn't have saved him. And the wizard is down as well. With no
I
tomatoes,
was
I don't
watching
think he can
behind.
do much. Yeah, GG, Dragonfly takes GG.
Okay, Dragonfly tells you have to hear and eat crow from 91 karmas indefinitely. So we now know who the best Italian PvPer is. Just kidding, Dragonfly tells. But yeah, he's got bragging rights now.
I have dragon rights.
For fun. But yes, he's got them. GG, boys.
That was a good game, though. I'm pleased that I couldn't use my knights, but actually, in this kind of context with no tomatoes around, maybe having the double, double aggressive comp works better.
Right. Get it done quick.
Yeah. Eat these crows, beef.
Eat these crows, babe. All right. All right. Where? When?
Well, okay. Well, guys, here is half past midnight. I think it's time to wrap up all of this. I'm so glad that finally I had the beaver live on Karmakast. That was
Yeah,
absolutely
dude.
great.
You didn't feed me though. No ravioli, no nothing, dude. It's
No,
fucking
that's true.
bullshit. Next
That's
time
true.
have snacks. Italian
I'm
snacks.
gonna prepare a
Okay.
plate of tortellini if Dragonfly Tales doesn't take it bad.
Okay. I'm just gonna come a knocking on one of your guys' doors when I'm in town. So I hope you got plenty of food.
Oh,
I'm always
I
hungry.
don't, but I'll find something. Don't worry.
We'll go to your work, okay? We'll go to your
Yeah,
work.
exactly. You can come to the restaurant whenever you want. You got lunch on me
I'm like,
or
can I get
dinner.
another waiter, please? I don't like the
I'm
way
not
this
a waiter,
is
I'm a manager, but
looking
but sure I can send you somebody else if you want.
Yeah. Somebody
I'm
a
gonna
little cuter, please.
I'm
Yeah.
gonna sit at the
No.
table with you, honestly.
Oh,
Public
that'll be
relation
perfect.
with
I love it.
customers. Guys,
No, it was a
thank you
pleasure, man. Thanks for
everybody
having me on.
for being here. Thank you, Biv. It's been absolutely great. I hope that I'm gonna be able to organize more of these streams, even though the time is not
Yeah,
super
we'll
easy
rip
for
some
me.
summons next time.
Yeah,
We'll rip some summons
definitely.
next time.
Definitely, we can do that. And that's it, guys. Thank you all for tuning in. Remember to leave a like and a comment. And I'm gonna definitely see you next week on Karmakast. As always,
Choose
Karma's
happiness.
out.
With this squad, united by a bond, there's a corner of the kingdom where we won't reach your soul. No opponent safe. With Mythic Squad, better run and go hide in a cave. Ultra's got the best pets on the roads, every land. People will hunt you down with this nifty dreads. You know winning is our thing with Skeleton King. Every rap we win, step with us in the ring. gods guide us through the stages, while we summon mythic sages. Dark nights, spellbound crazy. Mythic Squad will remain for the ages. Mythic Squad!